Hi, this is Kim Hallen with Unbridled, and welcome to the final episode of the herd integration of Relicario. This is now day 8 of the herd integration, and things are calming down. This morning I have had Tempo and Rayleigh out together. There was a little bit of excitement when I first put them in together, but they've been out together for a couple hours now and have just been grazing very peacefully together. So that's wonderful. I'm about to let the rest of the herd in just to see how that goes today, see how long it takes them, if they can, settle in to a place of calm. So I'll come back on after the herd's in there. So you can see Rayleigh is just letting Tempo gently know she's still very hormonal. Rayleigh is determining the space between them, and Tempo, thankfully, is in control of her hormones now enough that she can listen when he says that's close enough, and they can find that place of calm. When the rest of the herd comes in and Puck comes in, it's going to be harder for the mares as they compete with each other to listen to Rayleigh's signals about that's close enough. So here I was letting Puck and Shoki and Marcus actually into the front pasture with Tempo and Rayleigh, and you can see Puck coming in here, and she let out some air, which was a nice sign of her being relaxed. And initially, Tempo didn't really seem to pay much attention, as long as Shoki and Puck were over on the side. And you see that Shoki kind of took the lead, almost saying, let me be a buffer between Puck and Tempo, knowing the history of what had been going on. But as they got closer, you can see that Tempo lifted up her head and started paying attention. Now in this clip, you can see that Puck made a beeline for Rayleigh, and Tempo interceded and was really determined to keep Puck away from Relicario. So Rayleigh's just trying to stay out of the fray here, and Tempo is trying to tell him to, stay out of Puck's way. And Rayleigh was really cooperating. He really didn't want to try to interact with Puck. He would have liked for things to just settle down, and he was doing what he knew how to do to make that happen. And as soon as Puck starts to settle, Tempo settles a little bit, and you can see Rayleigh, he's really making a beeline for as far away from that energy as he can get. And Rayleigh's just kind of taking stock of everything here, again, still trying to move away, but you're going to see Puck go ahead and start heading back toward Rayleigh. She just can't quite keep herself from doing it, and Tempo goes with her. And really, what you'll notice here is Puck and Tempo really don't have good personal space boundaries with one another as mother-daughter. And this is a dynamic that really wouldn't occur in the wild. You see Shoki's off to one side, and then Marcus is just over to the other side. So the herd is trying really hard just to stay peaceful all together. They've stayed in this one area. There's been a little bit of shuffling around, a little bit of dynamics between the girls and Rayleigh, but they're all really working hard on keeping the peace, even though I have two mares that are still very hormonal and very much in competition with each other for Rayleigh's attention in that regard. But they're pushing through the hormones, and you see here Tempo and Marcus lining up together. She's at least, even though Rayleigh's here, she's still aligning, Tempo is still aligning with some of the rest of the herd, and Puck and Shoki are over there. So for right now, there still kind of has to be a him and us, or 2 and 3, separation, instead of being, all together as a herd of 5. But as long as they feel like they can create enough space within my small farm to be comfortable together, that's just fine. And over time, it will take months, the herd will continue to become more integrated. But overall, I'm really happy that they're all able to be out together and have peace like this. Well, this is the morning of day 12, and you can see we have everybody grazing together pretty calmly, almost as a complete herd. Oh, here we go. So now that Puck is not in season anymore, she's wanting to let Rayleigh know if she needs to, she can move him away. And Tempo is still pretty protective of Rayleigh at this point. So that dynamic has changed. It's gone from Tempo protecting Puck and keeping Puck away from Rayleigh to now Tempo protecting Rayleigh from Puck. I guess it's kind of the same dynamic, but a little different. So anyway, that's where we are for this morning. Still negotiating things, but much more peaceful overall. This is morning 13 of the herd integration, almost 2 weeks that Rayleigh's been here, and the hormones have all calmed down, so it's not really as much of an issue. Tempo's still on the tail end of being in season, so occasionally she still wants to make sure Puck isn't too close to Rayleigh, but as you can see, the herd is actually letting Puck be the closest one to Rayleigh, and they're all very calm about that. So I think as the day goes on today, probably Rayleigh will integrate more and more closer and closer into the herd, or they'll, take turns dividing up into various bands of 2 and 3. But I just turned them out, and this is how calm it is right from the beginning today. So all is well. So there's an interesting dynamic now going on between Rayleigh and Marcus. So when Rayleigh first got here, everybody could sort of move him around with intention, and now Rayleigh has kind of figured out that Marcus isn't really adept with his social skills. So I kind of missed the action, but Rayleigh was easily moving Marcus off of that hay, and Marcus was getting kind of upset about that. So whenever you bring in limited resources, that's when the pecking order dynamics start to come into play, and it's pretty clear that when it comes to the pecking order, Rayleigh's going to be able to move Marcus around if he wants to. And again, this has more to do with intention and social skills than it does with dominance or submission, but it does definitely impact the herd dynamics. So we'll keep our eye on that, but for right now, Marcus seems to have quickly fallen back to the bottom of the pecking order, and Rayleigh is working his way up a little bit. So it is a rainy day today, and this is just so interesting. I wanted to catch it on video. Marcus has kind of claimed the run-in, and Bart's under there too, which is keeping Rayleigh out, and they've been playing, but what I think this conversation is that Rayleigh's trying to say, enough of the game, I'd really like to come under there. And poor Marcus, I think he's just saying, I'm really enjoying this game. This is fun. Let's just keep playing. And so he's not backing up and allowing Rayleigh to come in. And Rayleigh's getting frustrated, but obviously is not feeling confident enough to, move Marcus off. Let's see if Rayleigh can go around and go to the other side, and if Marcus will let him. It's not a great view from here. I'm filming from inside the house in the window. There we go. He's been a little afraid to go under that side because Bart is down there. And also Marcus is, I don't know that Marcus is actually trying to keep him out. I think Marcus would like to play with Rayleigh and maybe even invite Rayleigh in, but he doesn't seem to really know how. There we go. Now maybe Rayleigh's going to go in that side. There are some feed bowls that they've tipped over, or the pig has tipped over. So there's lots of obstacles under there. There we go. Now Rayleigh's under with him. And Marcus seems to be saying, okay, we can
stop playing now and just relax. And you can see Bart's leaving, so that made some extra room under there too. So that was just a really interesting negotiation, and wanted to catch what I could of it. Hopefully they'll be peaceful now and just stay into the run-in, out of the rain. That's funny, up in the right corner of this video, that's a reflection of a light that's in my house. That's not a light outside.
It's been 2 weeks now since Rayleigh came, and we have full herd integration. Got everybody, Puck's way down there, everybody grazing together and very peacefully. And I couldn't be happier. The hormones have all settled down and things have been quite peaceful for the last couple days, actually. As the summer goes on, I'm sure we'll get the mares in season again and things will get a little bit more complicated off and on, but generally speaking, everybody has made peace with everybody else and finding their happy place and grazing all day quite peacefully.